trying to figure out how to start today's topic. I'm feeling better. Still a little hoarse from like the sickness I've been dealing with. But if you missed last week's video, I talked about total surrendering to God and faith. Like, what is it, Holy Spirit, that I'm lacking? Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm praying, I'm manifesting, I'm journaling, I'm believing, I have the faith. And God says surrender, hoping that the journaling and affirmations and the prayers work. But see, when you have faith, it literally is saying it is done, it is finished. I believe with not one single doubt in my mind that the thing that I go to God, the universal God, and ask for will be given to me. Make sure you check that out so you can get caught up. All right, so today I wanted to talk about, wait, I forgot. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me get my notes, y'all. Okay, I'm back. That's so embarrassing. I literally forgot because I be having so many ideas of like chit chats in my head. And I was like, wait, what am I talking about this week? All right, so this week's conversation is patience breeds blessings. Patience brings blessings. That's the word for this week. And I wanted to talk about that because I feel like a lot of times we are in the midst of a trial or a test or asking the Most High for something, and we start to get anxious and we lose patience. And through losing patience, instead of still letting God navigate the ship for us, we start trying to do stuff on our own. And I just feel like when you get out of alignment, that's when stuff gets crazy. Like, you have to be patient enough to see this whole thing through. And a lot of us start losing patience and we get into desperation. And when you're desperate, you will accept anything, you will do anything, you will hold on to anything. And we end up getting into situations that totally took us off the course that God had for us. I'm missing a nail. That God had for us, instead of like truly holding on and waiting on a promise. I think about women, us in relationship. If you're single, you've been praying and asking God to send you a spouse, and you feel like in your mind that it's not going to happen, so you get impatient. And what do? You start dating multiple people and going on dates with people you have no business being with, and you get so impatient that you just start to settle for anything. But see, patience will breed the blessing. You gotta trust God so much that you know that, like, all right, God knows the desire of my heart, right? God knows I desire to break generational trauma. God knows that I desire to be wealthy, a billionaire. God knows I desire to go to college, to get married, to have children, right? Holy Spirit, let me be patient enough so that you can download, one, the answer to get there, and two, just to wait it out to see what is going to happen. And I can honestly say, every time that I have waited for God to bring something to me, it's been exceedingly abundantly above more than I can ask or think. That's one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. Literally, it just brings me so much more joy. I remember reading a quote somewhere that says, anything that comes from God is not going to be filled with confusion. It's going to be with ease. And I can tell so many stories about times that I tried to move ahead because I started to lose patience. There may be a time where you want to quit a job and God is like, not yet. You got to be patient because there's strategy behind everything that God has for us. And the patience not only breeds or brings the blessing, but it brings it abundantly, where it's going to be so much better than we could have imagined. Our human mind is so limited, but God is so good. God has a plan for each and every one of us that is good. And I always tell my friends, I always say, everything is in order. Everything is in divine and perfect timing. The timing of the divine is just so good. It's better than what we could put together because, gosh, the God experience is so complex that I can't even wrap my mind around it. So this complex thing is so good. God is so good that whatever God brings to you, it's going to be grand. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be abundant. It's going to be powerful. And all we have to do is just have the patience in the midst of it. Even when you ask God for something that is urgent, just take a deep breath and say, God, I trust that this thing that I'm asking you for is working itself out better than I could have seen it worked out. So to anyone that is struggling with patience right now, to my younger people who feel like, oh, it's never going to happen for me. I'm never going to get the house. I'm never going to get the car, the kids, the marriage. Or to the people who feel like, I've been asking God for years and ain't nothing happened. Just wait. Just wait. I was listening to, I think it's Dante Bo. He has this song and it literally says, just wait. That's what happens when you wait. God is so good. All right, guys, I love you this week. I love you all the time. Thanks for watching. Be sure you like, subscribe, and share. And have a wonderful day. And let's be patient.